Well, the talks are progressing in a sense that, as you said, following the Premier Lee's visit and Prime Minister Trudeau, we said that we should hold exploratory talks with respect to a potential free trade agreement between China and Canada. Actually, as I'm here this week in China, Chinese officials are in Canada to be talking with Canadian officials. You know, Canada now has preferential market access to about 1.1 billion consumers through obviously the US and Mexico, and also soon to be with Europe. So for me, it's very important that we engage between Canada and China, and that we explore ways how we can make trade real for people. It's much more than selling goods and services. This is about providing solutions. We want Canada to be a provider of solutions to China, green solutions, responsible solutions, and together that's what we're going to be working on.
What are some of the products and industries in particular Canada wants to push for exports to China?
We were looking at how we can bring green materials to China because, for example, wood is a very healthy way of building buildings. It's also as proprietary with respect to seismic. It's also eco-friendly, eco-responsible. You know, 40% of the protected forest in the world is in Canada. So this is really a renewable resources. We've been also looking at clean technologies. You know, we know there's some challenge in terms of clean water. We look at life sciences. We look at tourism. We looked at education, you know, to look how we can bring more people, build the bridges between our people.
But we've also heard other voices about anti-globalization. How can we build a more inclusive global economy?
Well, we need to make trade real for people. I think what you see in the world today, the voice of protectionism, is because trade has not been real for everyone. People need to see that trade brings benefit to them. So I think today, you know, the way to counter the voice of protectionism is to make trade real for people. To say, how can the action of government and the trade agreement that we're putting forward is going to benefit middle-class family, is going to benefit our youth, is going to bring more women entrepreneur in business. Inclusiveness, it's about being progressive. Sure. And that's what Canada stands for in the world.
That's right. What opportunities do you see in China's Belt and Road Initiative for Canada?
Well, Canada is, you know, in North America, but Canada is very much a Pacific nation. So we want to play a leadership role in this part of the world. We want to be part of a strong engagement when it comes to rule-based trade. You know, sometimes I compared to, you know, we're going to have now very soon a free trade agreement between Canada and Europe, which is going to come into force. But, you know, this was crafted a decade ago. So for me now, what we're doing together with China, we're planting the seed for future prosperity. And that's why we have these exploratory talks between our officials. And we have also started in Canada public consultation to hear from Canadians. Sure. Because we want to hear the opportunities and the challenge they see. But one thing is true is that we need for Canada to be a constructive player in the Asia-Pacific region when it comes to trade.